because Northwestern lost their starting running back for this season. Also in that noon window, how about Clemson, Georgia Tech? Wow, how about the movement here on this number, as it was at 7.5 last week. It's now sitting at 3. Clemson will be down Antonio Williams. They'll be down their starting left tackle. They'll be starting down their starting center. And Brent Key, as we discussed with Ian Fitzsimmons last hour, he is a guy that thrives in this underdog role. He is 8-3 ATS against ranked teams since taking over in the middle of the 2022 season. What about Wisconsin and Alabama? We saw a little bit of love come in for Wisconsin, believe it or not. Defense is solid there for the Badgers. Will they be able to score? Look, I have not sold my stock on Alabama because, well, I can't really sell that stock as I laid a decent price on them to make the college football playoff. I think this thing could be ugly. I think Alabama should suffocate Wisconsin. Danny O'Neal, the San Diego State transfer, personally not the biggest fan of him. How about a look-ahead spot here at 12:45 Eastern, South Alabama, the Jags, USA, Major Applewhite, they're catching 24.5, 25 against Auburn, who plays at Oklahoma next week. Could be a little bit of a look-ahead spot there. I want to mention this game because we have seen movement come in, maybe a bit of a sharp action. UConn and Delaware, the Fighting Joe Flacco's of Delaware, catching some points here at home. This was double digits and is now down to 8. Chris Felica, the Bear, this was his best bet in the Circa Friday Football Invitation. The Backyard Brawl, this has been a one-way traffic movement of Pitt here. Why? Man, West Virginia, not only did they lose to the Bobcats, shout out Athens, Ohio, last week, but they also lost their running back. They lost their wide receiver. It's a rivalry game. You know what they say. Shouts to the Solid Verbal Podcast. You got to throw the records out the window there. But West Virginia catching 7.5. I don't know if I can get there. How about Purdue? Well, you see the Boilermakers feisty here at home against the USC Trojans, who have scored, I think, just scored another touchdown. Missouri State, they put up, 73 to open up the season. Last week against whatever jabroni squad they played, they put up 56. I know it was Georgia Southern. It was Clay Helton. I was just making a point. Are they going to lay 21 here? I don't know. Can Purdue keep it tough? Purdue, by the way, 21-point dog this week, 30.5-point dog next week. If Notre Dame beats Texas A&M, hell, if they lose to Texas A&M, could be a pretty tricky situational spot for the Irish next week against Purdue, but we'll see if they boiler up. I know Matt Humans is on boiler here in this particular.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
We welcome you to the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena here in Strongsville, Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network are proud to bring to you Canton-Akron Jets hockey. The Jets return to the ice after a successful 2024-2025 season, in which they would pick up the Buckeye Cup State Championship here in Ohio. Also would make an appearance in California in the National Championships. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Caitlin Mold, on this Saturday morning as we get ready for Game 2 of what is a Hockey Time tournament here in Strongsville. Last night, the Canton-Akron Jets were on the ice. They would pick up a 13-0 win over the Team Cleveland Basinger, and it would be Rossi Nicely getting the scoring started in the first period with 4 goals. That would set the pace for the Jets as they would get the win 13-0. Brett Jakowski in the net. He stops 10 out of 10 and gets the win. Want to remind you, coming up here this afternoon, right after we wrap it up here we will have NCAA football here on Western Reserve Radio. It will be the Grove City Wolverines, 15th in the nation in Division III. They will be hosting the number 2 Mount Union Purple Raiders. Big matchup there for Coach DiDonato and the Wolverines as they get ready to host the perennial powerhouse in Mount Union. Just about 30 seconds here before puck drop as we get ready to kick off the 2025-2026 season. Also, last week, the Jets were in action at Gilmore Academy as they would take on a pre-post team there. They would get the 3-0 shutout there. It would be Connor Mold, the senior out of Poland Seminary High School, that would get the win on that one. So total, right now, the Jets have won 2 games by a total of 16-0. However, today, they take on the Nashville Warriors, a double-A team, for them, down in Nolensville, Tennessee. They make the trip up here for this Hockey Time tournament. As we get the buzzer here, ice is cut, and we're just moments away here as it looks like it will be the aforementioned senior, Connor Mold, who will get the start in net today. Some changes in the roster in addition to, some additions, as Will Craven will move from center. He'll move back to defenseman as they start to fill in the 7 spots left by the graduating seniors from last year. Some of the new names coming around for this year will be Ole Stagmeyer out of Stowe, Ohio. He attends Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. He's a junior. Daniel Siff out of Boston Heights and also out of CVCA. He's a sophomore. He will also join this year. And one we'll keep an eye on is Braden LaChance. Big expectations for him out of Uniontown High School. He is a senior this year. Defensively, locally, if you're in the Youngstown area, Dominic Balestrino out of Mineral Ridge will be joining the Jets for the 2025-2026 season. Jets will be back on the ice tonight. However, we will not be carrying that. We will have the Youngstown Phantoms at 6 o'clock. They will take on Team USA. You can hear all the action right here with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, as well as engineer extraordinaire Dave Ferris. Just moments away here as we get ready for Game 2 of this tournament. However, this is going to be Game 3 for the Canton-Akron Jets. And they won the title in this very building last March. That tournament, they would defeat the Newark Generals, the Hilliard Hockey Club. They would fall to Team Ohio, but on that Sunday, on March 2nd, they would pick up big wins over the Dayton Stealth by a score of 5-2, and then they would defeat the Miami Junior Redhawks 4-3 in overtime in a very exciting game as we get ready for action here. Braden LaChance to take the face-off for the Canton-Akron Jets. So at center ice, 14 minutes up on the board. We are underway. Here's LaChance. We'll send this one back. It'll be picked up by Nashville. They'll send this one behind the net of Connor Mold. Mold in the net to our right. And it will be Jackson Wilson in the net to our left for the Nashville Warriors. Barbieri now working it off the board. He'll try to battle through 2 Nashville Warriors. Taylor now takes a shot. Going to go off the pad of Connor Mold. And we'll have an offside coming up. 13:29 left here in the first period, if you're just joining us here, getting underway in the 2025 part of the season. Dave says my mouth is too big. I'm overdriving, so we'll turn us down a little bit here. Do apologize for that. They'll drop this one to the right of Connor Mold. It'll be a LaChance taking the face-off for the Jets. Nashville will win this one. They'll head out to the blue line, try to work it back down into the circle to the right of Mold. Down behind the goal line. Feeding it back out to the circle. Looking for the shot. Half-hearted, though, and couldn't get all of it. We'll send it back up to the boards. And then back behind the goal line. Back out to the point now. As Urison will take the shot. Get another pad save, and it'll be covered up by Mold. 13:05 left here. Somehow or another, we already missed that there was a penalty. How did we miss that? That one. in true Canton-Akron Jet fashion, we'll start off 5-on-4. All right, so back out to the blue line. They'll send this one D to D. They'll keep it in the zone. Murphy now down around the corner to the left of Mold. They'll send it back out to Murphy. Murphy pitching it back and forth from the goal line. Takes a shot, and it's going to go off, and it'll be covered up by Mold again with 12:48 left here on the penalty kill for the Jets. 50 seconds left on the penalty, actually. Trying to get a number on the penalty as they'll drop this one to the left. Nashville win this one. Murphy back out to the point. Again, he'll go D to D. Send this over to Thurston. Thurston dropping it down to the circle. Friedman working around the corner, trying to, but it'll go back. The Thurston out to the point. From the top of the slot, it takes a shot, and it's going to be blocked by Shane LaChance. Chance on the move. One-on-one, and he's going to be a great back check as Nashville will take the opportunity away. But I knew it. All right, so Braden LaChance, and if you've been around for any time of hockey here on Western Region, we had Shane LaChance with the Phantom, so again, we apologize for that. Not an insult, by the way, and it's going to be picked off here by the Jets in the zone. Sif now down to the near boards, chipping it off the board. He'll get it out. Balestrino going D to D, send it over the boards. They'll get in the neutral zone. Chavold feeding it down. They'll take a shot. Stopped by Wilson. Chavold and Dab now against the board. Balestrino stepping in, going to keep it in the zone. They'll chip it off the glass, and this one will head all the way down ice. And we'll get an offside call against Nashville. 11:27 left here, first period. For Shane LaChance, one of our Phantoms that have moved on to do bigger things. So Jets will clear the penalty. He'll drop this one to the right of Wilson. Now through the neutral zone. Balestrino in his own zone. He'll backhand it to Chavold. Chavold through the neutral zone. Trying to find an option. Tried to feed it over to Sif. Couldn't connect on the pass. They'll batter for it down in the corner to the left of Wilson. Chavold's going to lose a stick. He'll have to recover on that. Chavold now in the slot. Waiting for the pass. Couldn't get there. Barbieri and Balestrino defensively now for the Jets. Work this puck inwards through the neutral zone. Dab will pick this up for the Jets. And we're going to get we're going to get a call. It's going to be a tripping call. Coming up against Daniel Sif, he'll head to the box for the first time as a Canton-Akron Jet. Sif, the sophomore out of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. So the Jets will go to their second penalty kill of the day. 10:48 left here, first period, no score. Make some changes defensively. Craven in on the penalty kill defensively. This one out to the point. Working in the slot. Craven going to redirect it to the far side. And picked up by Nashville again. Trying to work it into the slot. Dropping it to the right of Mold. And he's going to stop this one. He'll swallow it up. 10:35 left here. First period. 1:17 left on the assessed penalty to Daniel Sif. Nashville go for a change. All right, actually, Nashville heading for the penalty, too. They're going to have Wyatt Gershner heading to the box. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute 17. These penalties, 90 seconds in this tournament. As Craven a little confused now. He'll set back up. Barbieri feeding us up to the board. Nashville will have it at the point. And a big hit coming up at the line. That's going to be a chance. It's going to come up and separate him as the Jets now with possession through the neutral zone, down the near boards. Rossi nicely chipping it behind the goal line. Nicely with 4 goals last night to get the scoring started in the first period. Nashville now on the breakaway. Feed it cross ice. Craven stepping in there. Take that away nicely as well. Nicely lifting the stick. Puck loose. And they're trying to chip it forward. As Tellas will send it down behind the goal line. Jets trying to send it back up the board. Puck all the way down here. 56 seconds left on the penalty to the Jets. They'll get one back. Puck down into the Nashville Jet zone. Now they'll chip it all the way down. 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. Friedman or Nashville trying to get through the neutral zone. They'll get past Chavold. Trying to work around Craven. Craven stepping in, taking the path away down near the goal line. They'll send it back out to the blue line. Back down low again. Craven stepping in there as well. Back out to the blue line. Another shot, and it's going to go off the post. Casper Thurston with the shot. Now it's Friedman trying to set it up, but he's getting knocked off path by Ethan Bell. Over Nashville will maintain possession. Taylor through the neutral zone. He'll take a long shot. It'll go behind the goal line, wide left of the cage. Sip with the puck, trying to work through two Nashville players. Actually, was able to send this back out to the neutral zone. And Taylor tried to chip it back out. It's going to be stopped by Ethan Bell. It'll go off his arm, but Nashville will maintain possession. Bell getting off the board, trying to step in and take that away. Sip there as well. Chavold now working defensively, and all penalties cleared. With 8:47 left here in the first period, we have no score here in game 2 of this weekend tournament. Guys, last March and end of March, beginning of April, headed out to California. Great experience out there with USA Hockey. As Murphy now from behind takes a shot, go behind the goal line. Balestrino now around the corner. Trying to send it. He'll beat it up and into the neutral zone, but it's going to be on the stick of Taylor, who's going to kick it back. Braden LaChance sending it back. He'll work back to the other side. And LaChance now to the inside. Takes a shot through two players. But that's going to be stopped by Jackson Wilson. Deacon Johnson out of the box now. He's back on the ice. Big body for the Canton-Akron Jets. They'll try to feed this one across the slot. Nobody there. Jets now with possession through the neutral zone. Trying to get it to Nicely. Nicely couldn't pick it up. And it'll kick it all the way back for Jack Pryor. But it's going to be a icing coming up against the Nashville Warriors. 8:02 left here. First period. Drop this to the left of Jackson Wilson. Dab taking the face-off for the Jets. On the boards, behind Wilson. And back up the boards. Gage Weaver in the way. Dab with an opportunity to take it away, but Friedman pick it up, and he'll be knocked off the path by Barbieri. Puck now loose to the far side. Trying to get into the neutral zone. Jets have possession. Bell to the near side. Waiting for Barbieri to get in, but a shot on goal and a stop by Wilson. Ethan Bell now trying to feed it back to Gage Weaver. He'll head all the way down behind the goal line. Brody Bowman will pick this up, try to get it all the way up ice. And this one will be sent out to Connor Mold. Mold going to sweep this out to center and try to feed it to Bell. Bell couldn't pick up on it, and we're going to get a whistle. I believe we're going to have an offside coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. 7:12 left here. First period, we are scoreless. Going to remind you, coming up here at 1 o'clock today, it is the Grove City Wolverines and the Mount Union Purple Raiders in college football. Grove City ranked 15. Mount Union, number 2. So we'll drop this just outside of the Nashville zone. Braden LaChance taking the face off for the Jets, and it'll sail back. It's a Jet defensive zone. Working against the boards are the Jets. They'll get some room to work. And it'll be Max Morrow, the former Newark General, defensively for the Jets. Deacon Johnson trying to work it around on the wraparound, couldn't get there. Puck loose out the center. Craven going to sweep it back into the zone. And it'll ricochet off the backboard and be picked up by Nashville. Craven again with the puck at center. Trying to get over to Morrow. Couldn't get all of that. And was backed up by Rossi Nicely. Morrow from the point. Takes a shot. It's going to go off the shin pad of Nick Hansen. Cross ice pass. Now Craven will step back in, try to keep it in the zone. Craven delivering a shot. Puck loose. Jets will have possession, and they will reset from behind Connor Mold. Craven chipping it down the boards. It'll go out to center and be taken by Noah Taylor. Thurson. Cross ice now, and they will get this out to Maltese. Maltese from the far side, trying to work around Craven. Craven going to take the puck and send it right back down. 5:55 left here, first period. No score. That's coming off a 13-0 win last night. Is Thurston working down the near board. He'll have Morrow. And Sip in front takes a shot, but it's just going to go across the blue paint. And it's going to be a trip coming up here. Easy call for the official. It's going to be Jack Pryor, the senior out of Glen Oak High School, headed to the box. And penalties here are 90 seconds. So 14-minute periods, 90-second penalties. And Jets will go to their third penalty kill of the day. .538 left here, first period. Drop this to the right of Connor Mold, and it'll be chipped all the way down in the center ice. Murphy sending it across, trying to get back into the neutral zone. It's going to be picked off by Sip. Sip going to take the shot. Glove save by Jackson Wilson. A good look for the sophomore out of CVCA. Minute 19 left on the penalty kill for the Jets. 5:26 left, first period. And Nashville with possession through the neutral zone. Casper Thurston. He'll feed this to Murphy. Murphy through center. We'll work to the right of Mold. Down behind the goal line. Barbieri, though, getting in the way. Puck will come loose. And it'll be Ethan Bell with the puck. He'll send it up ice. And this one will be no icing. With just 5 minutes left here, first period. The Friedman now on the rush down the near boards. He'll take the shot. Blocker side save by Mold. Friedman with the puck, but he's going to be harassed by LaChance nicely. And he'll end up behind the goal line of Wilson. Nashville. Through the zone, and we're going to get another trip coming up on Murphy. And it looks like LaChance is going to go to the box. It's going to be another blocker side save by Mold with 18 seconds left on the original penalty and another 90 coming up here with 4:22 left. First frame. Empty net now for Nashville. 6 seconds left on the original penalty. And we will have a whistle here as Braden LaChance will head to the box. Jets have 2 seconds left on the original penalty to Jack Pryor. 2 tripping calls back-to-back here. It'll be 5-on-3 for 2 seconds, and then it will be 5-on-4 for another minute 28. Face off to the right of Mold. Jets going to win this one. Send it around the boards and out the center. Nashville will have to reset. Picked up by the Jets. Jets working through the center. And that's going to be Pryor. Pryor almost working his way in, but he'll lose the puck. Take a little bit of a shot, but he'll recover no problem. Minute 10 left on the penalty kill for the Jets. 5-on-4 as Pryor returns to the ice. Oser from the far side, being harassed by Pryor. Nicely with the puck, though, going to go high in the air, be gloved down by Nashville. They'll bring it back out to center. Oser through center. He'll drop past this one. Work it down the near boards. Bonner with the puck, but he's going to lose it. This one will sail back into the Nashville zone with 36 seconds left on the Jets penalty. Switch up here. Sif now coming off the bench, almost was able to pick the puck off. And it will be sent down behind the goal line as McCullers will reset Nashville. And actually almost tripped his own player. Oser lost his stick. And now Miles Drop pass, and it's going to be picked up by Ethan Bell. Bell with the shot. It's going to be stopped by Jackson Wilson. Ethan Bell with the steal. Couldn't get it to go. Jackson Wilson with the save. 2:45 left here, first period. 5 seconds left on that Jets penalty kill. Siff to take the face off to the right of Wilson. Max Morrow, Will Craven out defensively. Bell tried to pick it up, but it's going to be Nashville as McAfee will send this one across. Craven racing over the other side and trying to knock it back. Daniel Siff now half it for the Jets. All penalties clear. We're back to 5-on-5. Up ice is Craven. Craven trying to chip it down into the zone. Trying to make it through two players. Ethan Bell there. He'll come behind Wilson. And he'll get it out to Chance. Chance taking a shot from McGaffey. Puck loose. And it's going to be Nashville on the rush. They'll lose the puck, though. Daniel Siff. And some unhappy coaches on the Jets bench, as it looks like, are we going to have a... Oh, LaChance, we apologize, from the backside, took a shot. Head coach of the Jets is Sean Houston. He's assisted by Ethan Everhart, John Evans, and new addition this year, Mike Furlong. Furlong moving up to the travel division. 2:13 left here in the first period. We are scoreless. Craven checking on him. LaChance still down on the ice. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout where they attend to him. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
Back here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena in Strongsville, we come out of the injury timeout. Braden LaChance headed to the bench under his own power. It was on the backside of the play. We didn't catch that, but it was said that it was an elbow. They'll drop this to the right of Connor Mold. We're still 5-on-5 here. Puck loose now. Surson takes a shot. And it'll end up on the near board. Stopped by Mold. Into the slot. Picked up by Chavold. Chavold beating this over to Daniel Siff. Siff through the neutral zone. We'll have two players in front of him, including Noah Taylor. And we're going to get a whistle. We'll have an offside coming up against Canton-Akron with 1:52 left here in this first period. Far cry different from last night. This time, we were up 4-0. Drop this one just outside the Nashville zone. And Siff will chip this one down in there after Dab battled for it in the middle. Friedman now through center. Trying to get around Sebastian Dab, and Dab wasn't having any of it. A shot on goal, and it's up in the air, and a bunch of saves now for Connor Mold. I think you should get credit for about 3 saves on that one shot. And a little pushing and shoving here as things get heated. Sebastian Dab with the hit. Raven having some words with some of the Nashville Warriors. Sure, he's just giving them food tips on the area. And Is that going to be Chavold in the box? All right, so Max Morrow's going to serve the penalty for it's a bench penalty coming on. I have to assume by the fact that these coaches are not happy with something. It's a 90-second penalty now, 5-on-4. Jets on their 4th penalty kill of the morning here already. Morrison sending it down into the circle, taking a shot. Saved by Mold. Mold fighting through it. It's going to go in. Connor Mold losing sight of it in all the traffic. And the Nashville Warriors convert on the power play. They take a 1-0 lead with 1:17 left here, first period. Nashville 1 of 4 on the power play. Penalty kill 3 of 4 for Canton-Akron. 1-0 is your score. 1:17 left here, first period. Nicely to take the face off of the Jets. Belt with the puck. They'll work it through center. It'll be Pryor. Pryor tried to drop pass it to Nicely. Nicely has to work for it down on the near boards. It'll go behind the goal line. Pick up by Nashville, but Nicely coming back in, throwing a shot. Now Pryor from the boards takes a shot. Stick save by Wilson. Pryor with the shot. All looking for the redirect for Ethan Bell. He couldn't get to it. Puck loose now. Down is Balestrino. We'll have this one behind the red line. We'll send it around the corner. Tried to feed it out there, but it'll be chipped up into the Jets bench with 42.4 seconds left. First period. Trying to get you a number on that Nashville score, but there was so much traffic in front of there, it was hard to tell. We'll have to get that from the official scorer at some point. Face off just outside the Jet zone, and we'll have a whistle. We're going to have an offside coming up for the Nashville Warriors. We'll redo it, same place. 38.7 seconds left here. First frame. Nashville will have the puck. They'll lose it. And Nashville working to the inside. They'll get bumped off the puck. Shot to the right of Connor Mold by Cooper Friedman. And some contact down in the far right corner. And we're going to get a whistle again. And a penalty coming up. Let's be sure this is one. It's going to be another one on the Jets. Deacon Johnson will return to the box. So for the 5th time here in the first period, Jets will go to the penalty kill. Five on 4 for the next minute 30. That'll carry over into the second period. Face off to the right of Mold. And we're going to get a whistle here. And now they're going to send Braden LaChance to the box. Is this going to be another bench penalty is the question. All right, so the face-off here. Nashville will have it in the corner. They'll send it back out to the blue line. They'll go D to D. Tried to get a shot off. Couldn't handle it. Murphy had the puck. He'll send it back around the boards. And they'll take a shot. Blocker side saved by Mold. Minute 26 left on the penalty, and the Jets will clear this one. Thurston from his own zone will send us out to Murphy. Murphy through center. Has to work through Ethan Bell. Puck down the loose center. Gage Weaver will be the closest one to it. And icing coming up against the Nashville Warriors. Hard to tell. We've had so many penalties. So the officials earning their money here in the first period as we come to the end of one. After one, it's the Nashville Warriors 1. The Canton-Akron Jets 0. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Second period action coming up here from the Brunswick Automotive Arena in Strongsville. 6 penalties assessed to the Canton-Akron Jets here in the first period. Connor Mold taking 11 shots. He'll stop 11 out of 11, or 10 out of 11. Nashville will stop all 9. They will convert on 1 power play. That coming with 20 seconds left in the first period. We will start off on the penalty kill for the Canton-Akron Jets. 1:10 left there. And as we put a fresh 14 up on there, we'll have dropped the puck, and the puck will sail down into the Jets zone. Not even getting there. He'll try to clear it. Dab, the closest one to it. Nashville, however, will end up with possession. McGaffey trying to feed it across the ice. Nobody there. But Friedman will pick it up on the near board for Nashville. Max Morrow stepping in there to knock him off the path. Puck loose. He'll try to work it from behind him. Actually, off the back of the net. As Mold now hugging the pipe to his right. And up in the air as the puck's loose. Nashville will end up with it. Friedman from the right. Mold will go to the head. It's Connor Mold. It'll go over the right shoulder into the net. With 13:21 left in the second period. Brady Friedman with the goal for Nashville. Warriors now take a 2-0 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. That will clear the penalty. We'll be back to 5-on-5. Stick around after Canton-Akron Jets hockey. We'll have NCAA football, Division III. Grove City Wolverines will take on Mount Union Purple Raiders. Fire with the puck, trying to set it down into the zone. Picked up by Dab. Dab with the shot, and it's going to go wide left. From the corner. Sick working against the boards, and the puck will be knocked off his stick and all the way back down ice. No icing called here. Dab now trying to backhand it. He'll get it out to Ethan Bell, but Nashville there as well. Nashville Warriors with a 2-0 lead here with 12:51 left. Second period, Jets send this one across ice. Tried to get out to Ethan Bell. Bell tried to palm it down, couldn't get to it, but it'll ricochet back to him. They'll work there, takes an odd angle shot, but a glove save by the netminder, Jackson Wilson. 12:39 remaining here, second period. Our first broadcast of the year for the Canton-Akron Jets. It's going to be a busy day here on the iMedia One Network. Mark Beans, Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs, Dave Ferris, all bringing you Grove City Wolverine football. They'll drop this one to the left of Jackson Wilson. It's the boards now. Tied up here as Max Morrow step in. He'll try to help out, nicely backing out. And it'll now be Friedman with the puck, and he'll chip this all the way down into the center. Pryor tried to palm it down, but he'll take a shot. He'll go down, puck still loose on the near board. Nicely. Trying to work it around Friedman. Friedman, though, with the longer reach. Gets the puck. Cut it out the center. Pryor bringing it up through center. Working back to the inside. 3 Warriors in front of him. Takes the shot. Pad save by Wilson. Morrow from the far board. Chip it off the board nicely. Battling down in the corner through center. And it's going to be set up and high over the head of Jack Pryor. Pryor being chased down by Bonner. Behind the net of Mold. Puck will come loose and go to the far board. Morrow trying to find an option. He'll get it up the board. Mold tried to pick it up. He'll be knocked off the path. Jack Pryor again. Off the hand of Rossi nicely. Nicely diving for it. And Pryor trying to keep it into the zone. Puck loose now on the near board. Bonner looking for a feed in the center, but he can't connect on the pass, and it'll head to the boards. Nashville with the second shot. They'll try to backhand, and it'll go into the chest of Connor Mold's third shot. Another great save by the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. Nick Hansen now setting it forward nicely, though, with the steal, and it's going to be offside coming up against Canton-Akron Jets. 11 minutes left here, second period. Unfortunately, I don't believe we have seen Braden Chance back out on the ice. Although I believe he is still on the bench. We'll drop this one just outside the Nashville zone. Ashton Dab for the Jets. Nashville wins one. Sip sending this one across ice through center. Puck loose as McGaffey will send it D to D. They'll try to get to Thorson. It'll go off the stick of Thorson and bounce over to Wyatt Grosher. Grosher with the puck. That's Murphy up top at the point. He'll turn around, though. Murphy will end up with it on his stick off a ricochet from the Jets, and he'll send it back down behind the goal line. Puck loose to the left of Connor Mold. Jets now. Barbieri feeding it forward. He'll get it to Sip. Sip taking the shot. Pad save by Wilson. Another shot. And we're going to get a whistle. Interference coming up against Nashville. Oh, we actually had to wait for these calls. As Aiden Murphy will head to the box. 490. 10-11 left here, second period. Nashville with a 2-0 lead. Jets will go to their second power play of the day. As just said, we hadn't seen Braden LaChance back out. He is back out on the power play. So face-off will come to the right of Jackson Wilson. Matter of fact, two penalties coming up. One against Wyatt Grosher. They have 0-0 on there, and I don't know. Again, is this going to be... All right, so nonetheless, getting any signals from the official here. 5-on-3 now. Opportunity for the Jets as Nashville will clear this one down ice. 5-on-3 situation for the Jets. Second power play of the day for Canton-Akron. 10 minutes to play here, second period. Gage Weaver through center, trying to work it down the far wall. He'll get past Friedman. Looking for Sip. Sip couldn't find any area. Barbieri back out at the point. He'll wait for the pass. Barbieri going to go D to D. The Barbieri from the far side. LaChance defensively there. Down in the corner to the left of Wilson. Barbieri going to backhand this one towards the far board. And LaChance going to send this out to Weaver. Weaver over to Barbieri. Barbieri with the short shot glove save by Jackson Wilson. Not sure that was going to go any either way. It looked like it was going right in the cage. 9:28 left. Second period, 47 seconds left here on the 5-on-3 for Canton-Akron. Jets trail by a score of 2-0. More hockey coming up here tonight, 6 p.m. as the Youngstown Phantoms continue their preseason. They will host Team USA in Cannonsburg. Out at Prinscape Arena. Weaver from the top of takes a shot through traffic. It's going to be a stick save by Jackson. Wilson. With another stop. Weaver back down to the corner. Tried from the circle and was looking for the ricochet, but couldn't get it to go. Barbieri going D to D. Weaver from the circle. From the top of the circle. He'll drop it. Cross ice. Takes a shot. And it's going to go in. Daniel Stiff gets the goal. 18 seconds left on the power play. 8:58 left. Second period. Jets cut the Nashville lead to 2-1. So the new member of the Canton-Akron Jets, Daniel Siff, out of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, the sophomore, converts on the power play. And it's a 2-1 game in favor of Nashville. Jets 1 of 2 on the power play today. Nashville 1 of 6. A chance, taking a face-off. Craven sending it D to D. Back out to the boards. Sif try to pick the puck up, but it's going to go between his legs. And it'll be Friedman that will send this one down behind the goal line behind Connor Mold. Pryor now from down low, sending this one out to Sif. Sif dropping it for Craven. Craven looking for some room to work. He'll work around Melise. Take the shot, but it looked like it was going to be tipped and not much on it. Craven going to battle against the boards as Sif now will pick up the puck for Canton-Akron. He'll drop it back down in the corner. Craven will chase this one down, but it'll be LaChance that'll get it. Chance sending it over to Nicely. Nicely reaching out with a stick. He'll redirect it to Sif. Sif against the board. As Sif will drop it down back into the corner. Craven in the slot. Craven now out there. Looks like he's going to be offensive. On the offensive side, puck's going to go high. Craven tried to knock it down. Couldn't get to it. Craven now will shift back defensively. Chavold will guard the blue line as well. Chance back and forth behind the red line. Guarded by Wilson. From behind the line, out to the board. Craven going to step in, keep this one in. He'll take the shot. It's going to be ricocheted, redirected, and it's going to go in. We're going to be a premature whistle with 7:42 left. Second period. And the look of disappointment on the face of Coach Sean Houston as so an inadvertent whistle, and I think Coach Sean Houston, the look on his face, it went from shock to confusion. And now Coach John Evans wants an explanation on the Canton-Akron penalty as LaChance is going to head to the box, and we didn't even get a signal on why. 7:42 left here, second period. Canton-Akron going to their 7th penalty kill in the game. Braden LaChance heads to the box. As Brady Friedman, he'll take the face-off for Nashville. Warriors will get this one at the blue line. Thurston trying to take the shot. Friedman there tried to redirect it in, couldn't get to it. Friedman now from the near board, dropped it behind the red line, and back out to Thorson. Thorson walking the blue line. He'll chip it back down low. Back out to Thorson at the blue line, and he'll send it to the far side. Daniel Stiff there as looking for a setup shot here. And Friedman with the shot going to be knocked away by Mold. And the puck will sail back down into the Jet zone with 7:13 left here, second period. Down the Warrior zone. Thorson now on the rush. Stiff trying to take away the angle. Thorson will have to reset. He'll send it across D to D. Friedman from the circle. Drop it down below the red line. Friedman being harassed by Nicely. Murphy now with the puck, and Weaver able to dislodge it from him and send it back around here, but it's going to be Friedman that's going to end up with it on the near board. Just on at the circle, down in the slot now. It's going to bounce around. And Nicely stepping in there. High shot into the glass by Brady Friedman. Friedman already with a goal today. 20 seconds left here on the Jets penalty kill. 6:29 left on the game clock. Second period action. Here's Thorson. Takes a shot. Puck loose from the inside. They'll take a poke at it. Gerisher had an opportunity, but Mold will cover it up. So 11 seconds left on the 7th. Canton-Akron Jets penalty kill. Palestrino will head to the bench. Raven will come in for him as well as Pryor, Morrow, and Barbieri. Excuse me, that'll be Dab, not Barbieri. Try to get used to some of the new names here. Very excited about this new roster. They'll drop this to the left of Connor Mold. 6:23 left here, second period. Nashville up 2-1. Shot off the face-off. And Mold will push this one down into the corner where the Jets will tie this one up. And they should be able to clear this. Craven and Roy at the net. No shot there. Pryor now with the puck. He'll drop it off for the Jets. This is going to be Max Morrow. Morrow working to the inside. He'll lose the puck. But Braden LaChance following up. LaChance with the shot, but a pad save by Jackson Wilson. Morrow back down in the corner trying to pick this one up. Got to see a lot of Max Morrow last year when he played for the Newark Generals. Great addition. Here's Craven now, trying to send it back down into the zone. It'll be Nick Hansen with the puck down. He'll sail around the net of Jackson Wilson and send us out to center ice. Dab. Sending it down behind the line. 5:28 left here, second period. Craven and Pryor defensively. It'll be Dab, LaChance, and Morrow on the front end. Nashville trying to clear the zone. We get out to center ice. Shot from near center by Miles. Not much on that. Stopped by Mold. The puck will sail back down into the Nashville zone. He'll take a shot. Long shot again. Pryor was right there. He'll take a shot and go down. Craven defensively trying to work around, trying to keep it. And it looks like puck slid under Mold. He was going to hold on to that. I don't think they're going to call that a shot, but there'll be 4:50 left here. Second period. Nashville with a 2-1 lead. Jets converting on a power play. Daniel Siff will find the back of the net for the Jets. I'll drop this one to the left of Mold. Siff taking the face off. Sail around the board, kick plate. Chavold trying to find an option. Send it back out onto the boards. And it's going to be Siff again. Puck will sail all the way around the kick plate, back down to the near left corner. Into the slot, Ethan Bell right there. Bell trying to push this forward, trying to find an option. He'll get this one out to Siff. Siff has Chavold in front of him. They won't be able to work it down into the zone far enough. Bell coming in for the backup. Looking for somebody in the slot. Shot by Chavold. And it's going to be stopped by Jackson Wilson. Puck still loose. And there's going to be a battle in front of there. Weaver now taking a shot. Going to be an odd angle shot. Into the slot. Bell with the attempted backhand and a save by Jackson Wilson. With 4:06 left here. Second period. Nashville with a 2-1 lead over Canton-Akron. Lots of live action here today on the iMedia One Network. Grove City and Mount Union will start over on Western Reserve Radio 2. We will join them in progress as soon as this game is over. I'll drop this one to the right of Wilson. Shot off the faceoff. The glove save by the Nashville netminder. No time off the clock, actually. 4:02 still left there. We'll do it again. Same place. Siff again. Stepping in for the Jets. Bell coming in. It's going to go high to the left of Wilson. Siff beating this out to Bell. Bell from behind the goal line. Trying to drop past it, but it's going to be picked up by Nashville. Puck back through center. Some contact there. Urs takes a shot, and it's still off the stick of Gage Weaver. Puck loose in the slot, and it's going to be redirected. And a score for Nashville. Wyatt Garisher on the Nashville score. The Warriors a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets here. 3:38 left, second period. Having to contend with a large amount of traffic in front of that net. So Craven and Barbieri on the front end. Give a chance. Morrow, and I believe it's going to be nicely on the front end. Puck tied up right at the red line. Nicely going to reach in, separate it. Miles with the puck, though, and it'll be redirected down into the Jet zone, into the Nashville zone, as nicely fighting for it. Trying to keep it in, and he'll be able to do that. Noah Taylor will send this one around the kick plate behind the net of Jackson Wilson. Puck up against the board. Craven at the blue line, trying to make this one, make sure it stays in. Half-hearted shot coming from the near board. And Wilson will lazily cover that one up. No threat there. 3:05 left here, second period. And it looks like Nashville is going to the penalty box. So an interference call against Aiden Murphy. Be already in the box once today. He'll serve his second penalty. Jets will be on the power play. 3:05 of the second period. 90 seconds coming up for the Jets, down 3-1. Chance and Thurston for the faceoff to the right of Wilson. Shot off there. It's going to be redirected. Puck sailing around the boards. Craven will keep this one in. Drop it down into the low right corner. They'll send it across ice out to the other defenseman. That'll be Barbieri. Couldn't keep it in. Canton-Akron have to vacate the zone. Puck still loose on the far board. And they'll head out to Craven in the Jet zone. They'll send it back to Barbieri. Barbieri trying to work past Thurston. He'll get it back down into the zone here. 1 minute left on the power play for the Canton-Akron Jets. 2:30 left on the game clock as we get a whistle. We will drop this to the right of Jackson Wilson. The Maltese taking the face-off for Nashville. Jets will win this one. Craven will take the shot from the blue line. Be redirected out to the board. Craven, D to D. They send it to the far side. Barbieri sending it back to Craven. Craven down low. Sip backhanding it to Craven. Couldn't time up the pass, and it's going to be sent all the way back down towards the other end of the ice. With 28 seconds left on the power play, they'll get it back out to center as Braden LaChance sends it along the boards. Rossi nicely there. Craven stepping in to keep it in the zone. He'll take a bump. Still loose here. Almost kept in by Daniel Siff, but he'll have to vacate and bring the puck back. He'll send it down into the corner with 8 seconds left on the power play. 1:40 left here in the second period. Jets down by a score of 3-1. Craven to Barbieri on the near board. Barbieri trying to get into the zone. He'll work around two Nashville players. Looking for a setup. Couldn't get Siff there in time. Siff setting along the kick plate. Down to the bottom. That'll be nicely. Chipping it back out to the boards. Craven going to take a shot. And it's not going to make it through the traffic. And back to the boards as Craven will come back in. He'll try to keep it in. Well, tied up now down near the Jets bench. Puck still loose. Craven will back out. Still loose. Nashville will end up with it down low. And it'll set out to center. Nashville with the 3-on-2 advantage right now. Feeding it into the slot. And it redirected. And back to the Jets it will go. As LaChance had a shot at it, it'll go past him, head down behind the goal line. And ice coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. Under a minute to play here, second period. Jets trail 3-1. The goal of the day here so far, courtesy of Daniel Siff on a power play. Face off to come to the right of Connor Mold. LaChance in there. And it'll sail down behind the red line. Puck loose as Ethan Bell tried to backhand and feed it over to Dab. Shot! And it's going to go off the boot of Gage Weaver and up into the netting. We'll get a whistle. 37 seconds left in the first period. Now's on the chance again for the faceoff. Puck loose. Weaver sending it in over to Bell. Bell trying to get it through center. Miles, though, going to chip it back towards the far board. And he'll send it over to Gage Weaver. Weaver getting it out to Pryor. Pryor trying to work it off the end of his stick. He'll get it into the zone and chip it down behind the net of Jackson Wilson. Ethan Bell there. So he'll send it right back across the ice. For Chavold battling for it. Dab. Now sending it back behind the goal line. Down into the corner right to our right. And we're going to get a whistle. Eye sticking. Coming up against the Jets. 8 seconds left here, second period. Not sure in tournament play if there's going to be an ice cut or not. But we'll know in 8 seconds. Excuse me, that high stick coming up against Nashville. Been an oddly called game, so not sure as he'll drop it to the right of Mold. Nashville with the win, trying to backhand it. And it'll be the Jets with the puck. They'll send it down ice. And that will bring us to the end of the second period here in Strongsville. After two, Nashville Warriors take a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
No ice cut as we move on to third period action here. Nashville Warriors with a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. And in the second period, only one penalty. Braden LaChance for the Canton-Akron Jets. That is a complete reduction there from the 6 that they had in the first period. It'll be Connor Mold stopping 9 out of 11 in the second period. And Jackson Wilson stopping all 9 out of 9 there. Second frame. We're underway here. Third period. Flip sides of the ice. And down into the far right circle goes Nashville. Nashville working left to right now. Canton-Akron Jets working right to left. Connor Mold in the net to our right. Jackson Wilson to our left. Last 14 minutes left here in the game. As Nashville from the blue line takes a shot, can't make it through traffic, and it'll head around the kick plate. As Pryor now will send this one up to Deacon Johnson. Johnson dropping it to LaChance. LaChance trying to clear it out of the zone. And he'll get that one to Max Morrow. Morrow going to lose it. McCaffrey going to take the shot. Blocker side save by Mold. Work it back into the slot. And great back check by Canton-Akron. Now LaChance working into the zone. And he'll drop the Morrow. Morrow going to take the shot. Going to go off the chest. And a backhand by Morrow on a rebound. Couldn't get to it. And it's going to go in on the rebound. Canton-Akron puts one in. 12:57 of the third period. Braden LaChance gets his first goal as a Canton-Akron Jet. Where I stand corrected, is that going to... Okay, I apologize. That was Deacon Johnson with the goal. Jack Pryor, Dab for the face-off. Sebastian Dab working into the zone. 3-2 the score now. Sip keeping it in the zone. 12:48 left here in the game. Canton-Akron trails 3-2. Sip going to chip it back down behind the goal line again as Friedman will pick it up. He'll be chased down by Chavold. Puck loose. At the red line, into the slot, tried to feed Sip, couldn't get it there. Out to the point, and it went off the post. Great shot by Jack Barbieri. But Nashville on the rush now. Working to the inside. And Canton-Akron going to take a shot. It's going to be a high shot. Chavold going to take that one. And Merrick McCullers going to head to the box here on the delayed penalty. That's going to be head contact for McCullers. Merrick will head to the box. Question is, for how long? A physical game here so far. Braden LaChance down for a little bit. Thor Chavold taking the headshot, but he'll skate his way back to the Jets bench. 12:10 left here, third period. Nashville 3, Canton-Akron 2. Chance to take the face off to the right of Wilson. Puck sailing out to Jack Barbieri at center. Barbieri trying to get it back into the zone. He'll work past a couple of Nashville Warriors, and it'll be Noah Taylor that it will pick it up and try to send it down. Nice to go off the stick of Gage Weaver. No icing coming up. Weaver around the kick plate. He'll drop the puck. Daniel Sip there, though, to back him up. Braden LaChance there as well. Chance will end up with the puck. He'll bring it back down ice. LaChance with some speed, working between two Nashville Warriors. He'll drop the puck. Sip trying to work back to the inside, looking for somebody on the slot. Nicely going to take a bump. He'll go down. From the point, D to D, Barbieri. Looking for the shot. He'll hand it back over to Gage Weaver. Weaver on the far side takes a shot. Pad save. LaChance with the rebound. And another save by Jackson Wilson. 11:20 left here, third period. Nashville 3-2 lead. 40 seconds left on the Jets power play. A chance to take the face-off against Friedman to the right of Jackson Wilson. Official oddly waiting. Barbieri at the point with the puck. He'll drop it down low to Sip. Sip working to the inside. Work around one Warrior. Trying to find an option. Back out to the point on the far side. Weaver taking a shot. Loose in the slot. Nobody there. Barbieri with the rebound. He'll have it at the point, and he'll slow things down. Weaver again. Back to Barbieri. Barbieri on the near corner here. Down in the slot. Off. Great setup. Got the shot off by Sip. Sip palming it back down as it came out. And Barbieri now with the shot. 12 seconds left on the power play. Shot, but it's going to go off the shin pad of Brady Freeman. Couple of fresh bodies on for the Jets. Weaver down behind the goal line. He'll get bumped off the ice, or off the puck. It looks like we have an upcoming penalty against Nashville. A late penalty. Come here, into the slot. A chance, feed it back out to the far side. Balestrino back down again to the far circle. Weaver trying to feed it over to Barbieri. Barbieri in the near board. Jack Barbieri trying to send it back over, but it's going to be redirected and head out. And we're going to get a whistle finally. And that will clear that penalty, however. Nashville will head back to the box. Dick Hansen will go for 90. Canton-Akron Jets will be on another power play. 90 seconds on the penalty. 3-2 the score. Canton-Akron trails. Ashton Dabb to take the face off. Bell stepping in, send it to the far side. That'll be Jack Pryor taking the shot. Be stopped by Jackson Wilson. Pryor, the senior out of Glen Oak High School. Drop this one now to the left of Jackson Wilson. That'll be Dabb. Dabb sending it back out. Puck's loose. Bell looking for the redirect. Couldn't get to it. Back out to the blue line. Balestrino couldn't control it as well. But Chavold now send this down over. And puck's going to be loose. Nashville an opportunity. One-on-one shot. Saved by Connor Mold. Balestrino will get the rebound and send it across ice. And it's going to be another opportunity for Nashville as Ethan Bell will step in and palm this one down. So errant passes by the Canton-Akron Jets. 49 seconds left on the Jets power play. There'll be a collision at mid-ice. Puck loose. Dabb with it. Try to work down inside. Has Chavold behind him. Puck loose, though. And it'll be Jack Pryor that will keep it in play down along the boards and behind the net. Or Sif will wait for it. Daniel Sif back out to the point. Balestrino taking a shot, trying to get it through traffic. It'll linger on the near left corner. Pryor taking a shot, trying to get it through traffic. Rebound shot by Sif. Almost got it. Went over the post. And Nashville will clear this one with 14 seconds left. Third period, 8:56 left on the game clock. Sif through center ice. Has 4 black jerseys around him. LaChance, though, with the shot. And it's going to go in. 8:46 of the third period. Braden LaChance gets his second goal of the day. That's going to tie this game at 3 after trailing 2-0. Canton-Akron Jets come back to tie this one up at 3. 8:46 left in the game. Sail change by the Jets. Braden LaChance will stay at center. Nicely out there as well. Weaver to Craven. Craven sending it down nicely through center. Looking for LaChance. Takes a shot. Going to be redirected. Sip will have it down in the corner. Puck loose now. It'll head behind her nicely. We'll try to chase that down with Noah Taylor. Puck back out the center. Craven dropping it back to Gage Weaver. Weaver going to send it back down into the zone. Sip will head to the bench. Nashville with control of the puck. But Morrow going to end up with it. Nicely. Picking up the ricochet off the boards. Takes a shot. It's going to go off the stick of the Nashville Warrior. 8 minutes left here in the game. We are tied up at 3. Now through center. Craven one-on-one now with Gorell. Gorell now loses the puck, and it'll be Craven stepping in to send this out to center. Morrow moving down there. Shot, glove save. Puck still loose, though. And Nashville will send this one down to center. Craven trying to keep it in. He'll work back through center. He'll take the shot. It's going to be a glove save by Jackson Wilson. Craven, also a senior out of Poland Seminary High School. We'll have 7:31 left here as well. We'll have a tie game here, 3-3. Face off to the right of Jackson Wilson, and the puck loose out the center, and it's going to go off the stick of Jack Pryor. No icing coming up here. Pryor now bringing it around the net of Connor Mote. He'll drop pass it to Barbieri. Barbieri on the near board. He'll have Morrow in front of him. Morrow trying to set up a pick. Barbieri tried to chip it up to him. So Chavold now try to send that one over to Pryor, but Miles there to redirect it. We'll have to work it from behind the net again. Connor Mold working from left to right. And the puck up in the air. Jack Pryor now trying to backhand it out of the zone, but it's going to be picked up by Does, and it's going to ricochet off of a Jets player. Zach Roy with the goal as Nashville takes a 4-3 lead with 6:48 left in the game. A unfortunate ricochet for the Canton-Akron Jets, but Nashville gets the goal from Zach Roy. Chance taking the face off for the Jets. We'll take this one against Thurston. We'll work to the inside. Gaffey now sending it back into the Nashville zone. Thurston now bringing it through center. He will step back and reset. Thurston going to send this one up into the netting. We'll get the whistle with 6:26 left here, third period. Plenty of live action coming up here today on the iMedia One Network. Grove City Wolverines and the Mount Union Purple Raiders going at it at Robert E. Thorne Field in Grove City. That's going to be a big one. And the Youngstown Phantoms back in action tonight as they host Team USA. Puck now through the slot will be redirected to the far board. Nashville with possession. Weaver trying to clear it. Puck now out to center. Nashville will have to clear the zone. Puck loose now. LaChance with an opportunity. Takes a shot. Glove save. Rebound shot by Deacon Johnson. Couldn't get to it. Nashville. Gerisher now with the puck. He'll have that poked off his stick by Bellestrino. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Ethan Bell with the opportunity. Couldn't get the shot off. Puck still loose as Deacon Johnson will step in. The clock will stop with 5:40 left here, third frame. Nashville 4, Canton-Akron 3. Jackson Wilson getting some hard work down in the net there. I think he's still trying to find the puck. Oh, he's having an equipment malfunction. The whole right leg came off. All right, so we'll have a slight delay here. 5:40 left here in the third period. Canton-Akron trailing for the first time this year. Started off with a 3-0 win last Sunday and a 13-0 win last night. All right. Looks like Wilson is all put back together now. We'll drop this one to the right. The Nashville netminder nicely. Take the face off. For the Canton-Akron Jets. Puck loose. It'll be sent out to the blue line. Barbieri tried to chase it down as he races Friedman for it. Barbieri now with the puck. He'll work to the outside, to the board, nicely behind him. Barbieri takes a shot. It'll go off the top of the glove of Wilson. Canton-Akron going to chip this one down, keep it in. Max Morrow trying to feed it through the slot. Nobody there. Nashville had possession, the Colors, but Craven now sending it to the far side, redirected it nicely, working into the zone. He'll have the puck knocked off his stick, and it'll get sent back out to Craven. Craven from the near board, trying to get it out to Morrow. Morrow working through center. He's going to be harassed, trying to work through a couple of black jerseys. Still to the inside. Puck still loose. Craven going to try to keep this one in. He'll chip it down behind the goal line. Nicely, trying with the wraparound. Nobody there to help him. Back out to the point. Barbieri, though, can't keep it in the zone. Jack Barbieri at the point. Tied up against the Nashville bench. As Rossi nicely will step in, as well as Thor Schabold. Puck loose now, and this one will sail down behind the goal line, behind Connor Mold. No icing call here. Mold was looking for that as Barbieri will send this back out tomorrow. He'll be backed up by Schabold. Schabold chipping it back down into the zone. Taylor now with the puck for Nashville. And send it D to D over to the far side. Puck through center. Nashville working there. Craven going to poke the puck away. And now the Canton-Akron Jets into the zone, but went for a change. Couldn't set anything up. Under 4 minutes to play here, third period. Jets down 4-3. They'll sail back out the center. Palestrino from beyond the goal line, behind Mold. Trying to send it back out. He'll be harassed, but he'll deliver a shot knocked down. The Nashville Warriors, Ethan Bell. Trying to send it across ice, but going to be redirected off the stick of Gorell. Puck out to Deacon Johnson on the far side. He'll drop this one quickly. Or Dab. Dab trying to send it back into the slot, but nobody there. Palestrino saved this one at center, and he'll give the Jets an opportunity to clear the zone. And now picked up by Nashville. Maltese now dropping it. Friedman going to take the shot. Pad save by Mold. Puck on the far side against the Jets bench. We'll get the whistle. I think it went up into the bench. Couldn't tell. And we'll have 3 minutes left here in this game. Jets will be back in action tonight in this tournament. We will not be carrying that game. Of course, we'll have the Youngstown Phantoms tonight and Team USA. Drop this one just outside the Jet zone. Chance for the face-off. Jets are going to win this one. Get in the zone. 3-on-2 if they work quickly. Deacon Johnson trying to work to the inside. He'll lose it. And Craven trying to keep it in just too far outside the blue line. Just barely. Craven now sneaking it back in down the far board behind the net. Craven stepping in there. Line around. Nashville with the puck now, though, as they'll try to send it down ice, but Gage Weaver there. Gage Weaver will back past this to Sif. Sif working in and out. Down to the near side. Shot. Saved by Jackson Wilson. Sif back out to the blue line. Weaver takes a shot, tries to get it through traffic. It's going to go off of a Nashville player and into the board. Craven now one-on-one with McGaffey. McGaffey going to send this one down behind Connor Mold with 2 minutes left here in the game. Weaver sending it back over to Craven. Craven has Sip up high. They'll bring it into bring it out the center. Weaver now into the zone with some speed. Looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there initially. They'll get it back to LaChance. LaChance takes a shot. It's going to be swallowed up by Jackson Wilson. 1:49 left here, third period. Nashville with a 4-3 lead. Face-off will come to the right of Jackson Wilson. Max Morrow initially on it. Nicely there to help him. And the puck's still loose. It's going to be chipped all the way down ice. And this one's going to hit the net. They'll bring it back. We'll do it again, same place, with 1:38 left. Changes being made as Braden Chance will come in. Pryor and Barbieri defensively. Rossi nicely as well. Nicely with 4 goals last night. As Nashville will send this one to center ice. It'll be batted down by Pryor. Pryor staying with it. We'll send this one back to Braden LaChance. LaChance trying to set something up from center. He'll make it into the zone. Chance working around the net. Wilson tried to get some help from Pryor, but they'll end up in the far left corner. Through the slot as McGaffey tried to send it down ice, but Daniel Siff picks his pocket, does a nice job. They'll send it to Braden LaChance. LaChance had it ricochet off his stick, went through center, and made its way out to Oser. Shot! And a rebound shot! And Nashville scores. They take a 5-3 lead with 51 seconds left in the third period. By Gersher with his second goal of the day gives Nashville the 5-3 lead. Face-off at center ice here. Getting under a minute to play here, third period. Jets trail 5-4. Siff sending this down into the zone. Nicely trying to battle for it. And the goal line now is Siff tried to help on a pass in there. A couple players will go down. No call here with just 34 seconds left. Face-off will come to the left of Wilson. 34.9 seconds left up on the board. And Weaver takes a shot from the blue line, loose. Be redirected by Nashville out to the boards. Pryor working back to the inside, has nicely there. Nicely. Couldn't redirect it. LaChance working back to the inside, but Nashville ended up with this, and they'll chip it down ice as Weaver will recover it for Canton-Akron. Out the center. LaChance again with it. He'll have Barbieri to his left. He'll take the shot. Barbieri couldn't get to it for a redirect. Back through center. Nicely trying to take the shot off the left side of the cage. It won't go. And that's going to be it here in Strongsville. Canton-Akron suffers their first loss of the year. It is a 5-3 win for the Nashville Warriors. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We come back. We will wrap it up here from Strongsville. You are listening to the Canton-Akron Jets here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join the brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug. We're stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here one last time as we wrap it up from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena in Strongsville, Nashville, with a 5-3 win over the Canton-Akron Jets. 9 penalties assessed to the Canton-Akron Jets, 5 goals for Nashville, and I believe we're crediting 2 of those on the assist to Canton-Akron. So a awkward day for the Canton-Akron Jets, but running into penalty trouble in the first period. Again, 6 trips to the box, including a bench penalty in the first period. Jackson Wilson gets the win today. He stopped 28 out of 31. Connor Molt stopped 25 out of 30. Canton-Akron Jets will be back in action tonight. And depending on how tonight goes, we'll see what is going to happen tomorrow. So these tournaments are a little bit unpredictable as the Hockey Time Cleveland Rock and Roll Cup continues here, the annual event here for the Canton-Akron Jets. Again, stick around here as we have NCAA football coming up, Division III action, as the Grove City Wolverines get ready to host the Mount Union Purple Raiders. It's going to be a battle of number 15 and number 2 in the nation. Coach DiDonato and the Wolverines hosting this big game there at Robert E. Thorne Field in Grove City, Pennsylvania. So for Caitlin Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again here on this Saturday morning. And we look forward to having you back here tonight as the Youngstown Phantoms will host Team USA on Western Reserve Radio. Your score one last time here from Strongsville, the Nashville Warriors 5 and the Canton-Akron Jets 3. And we hope you all enjoy the Grove City and Mount Union matchup coming up here on Western Reserve Radio.
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Dylan was his brother. Probably won't be the last time I do that, but Brady Lane, 38-yard field goal to make it 24-14 with 4:44 to go. He ended up 4 for 4 on extra points, averaged over 40 yards per punt. He was PAC Newcomer of the Week for his special teams performance.